Donald Trump is panicking as his own supporters are now trying to kill him. That's right, Donald Trump's supporters, MAGA members, are trying to murder Donald Trump. The armed man who was shot and killed by Secret Service agents outside of Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago property on Sunday at approximately 1:30 a.m. was a big Trump and MAGA supporter. His family were big Trumpers, and apparently one of the reasons he was there with the shotgun was he read the Epstein files and he was horrified by what he read. He's a vocal supporter of Trump and he became obsessed with the Epstein files. Here are his text messages to a friend from a week ago or so. He said to his friend, "I don't know if you read up on the Epstein files, but evil is real and unmistakable. The best people like you and I can do is use what little influence we have. Tell other people about what you hear about the Epstein files and what the government is doing about it. Raise awareness." Now, this individual, Austin Tucker Martin, his family's been speaking out and they've been saying, "We're so surprised. We're all Trumpers. We're MAGA. He was MAGA. How did this happen?" And that's what we are hearing now. But if you go and look at the past individuals who've been involved in either assassinations or assassination attempts, they've been MAGA, or their families have been ultra MAGA. Remember Thomas Matthew Crook, the purported guy who was involved in the assassination in Butler, the attempted assassination of Trump in Butler, Pennsylvania. Here's a photo of him right here. His family from Pennsylvania, big Trumpers, big MAGA. What about this guy, Tyler Robinson, who was alleged to have assassinated Charlie Kirk? His family, Utah, MAGA family. I think we're sensing a theme right here, okay? Now, but all of MAGA, all of them were out to basically attack Democrats right away and say, oh, it's what they always do. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent on the morning shows went out and he was like, this is caused by the rhetoric from the left. This is caused by the left's rhetoric. All these people are always MAGA. Every time we report on this, they're all MAGA. They're all MAGA people. Here's what Besson said. Here, play this clip.
Maria, I just want to say, why don't we look back here and think two assassins, would-be assassins dead, one in jail for life, and this venom coming from the other side. Look at this terrible, profane Senate commercial in Illinois. I would call for them to take that down. Take that down, because it is that kind of venom that we don't know whether this person was a mastermind, unhinged, or what, but they are normalizing this violence. It's got to stop. I want to congratulate Sean Curran and the Secret Service for protecting the president and his family.
So then we heard from FBI Director Kash Patel, and here's what he said after the individual was killed, after Austin Tucker Martin was killed by the Secret Service and the police. Patel posted, FBI is dedicating all necessary resources in the investigation of this morning's incident at Trump's Mar-a-Lago, where an unarmed individual was shot and killed after unlawfully entering the perimeter. We will continue working closely with Secret Service as well as our state and federal partners, and will provide updates as we are able. And then Kash Patel took a $70 million private jet paid for by the taxpayers to Milan, where he watched the U.S. Hockey Olympic team win the gold medal. And then he started chugging beers and celebrating with the Olympic team. He wore the gold medal himself. He got heavily intoxicated, it appeared from the video, and he started celebrating as though he won the Olympic gold medal. In my view, what we observed is patently unlawful. It's an abuse of his power. It's an abuse of his position. I believe it is criminal right here. And take a look right here, first posted by William Turton. A source sent this video of FBI Director Kash Patel partying in the locker room with the men's Olympic hockey team. Watch this. And here's what Ken Delanian posted. So there's multiple videos of him celebrating. Play this clip.
Let's go!
And notably, his spokespeople all day were saying that he was not going to be doing that when everybody was reporting and saying, you know, Kash Patel's flying into Milan on the taxpayer dime to watch the game. And not only was Kash Patel watching the game, he gave us all the freaking middle finger, including, I believe, the U.S. hockey team. He gave them the middle finger by taking away their moment, making it about himself. And now what people are talking about is not that the hockey team won the gold medal, but freaking Kash Patel. Here's what his spokesperson was saying earlier in the day before we saw him in the locker room. And they were attacking Ken Delanian of NBC, who does MS Now, rather. He's a very good reporter, and Ben Williamson writes about Ken. Your rag outlet wrote that he went to hang out at the Olympics on the taxpayer dime, even when provided information that your theory was false. When you're ready to correct that, let me know. Won't hold my breath. And then Williamson kept on posting. This is the fourth public official event since Director Patel's arrival in Italy. And for those wondering, I have yet to receive any follow-up from CBS or MS Now who purposefully misled people to think Kash was flying to Italy to hang out at the Olympics. Have they no shame? Seriously, that's what his spokesperson was saying all day. And then Kash Patel started chugging beers, hanging out in the locker room, wearing the gold medal on the taxpayer dime. Americans are suffering right now. Americans can't afford anything. Americans are psychologically tortured, living paycheck to paycheck if they're lucky enough to get a freaking paycheck. Americans can't afford their rent. They certainly can't afford to buy homes. They've had their health care ripped away from these Trump regime. The Affordable Care Act subsidies are gone. We're in a partial government shutdown right now because the Trump regime says it's a non-starter to remove masks from ICE and Border Patrol Gestapo who are terrorizing, torturing, and killing people here in these United States. You have Americans suffering each and every day. Trump's threatening wars with every freaking country imaginable. And you have Patel grifting